Finally, I have everything that I need. Thanks to that mad poet, I have the Necronomicon and a destination, finally, to locate the forgotten city of Neruzavin. This journey will be a long one, surely across land and seas both. But after all the effort that has been put forth, after everything I have attempted over the last few years, this is the victory lap. I will be denied no longer. The black stars beckon, and I will find them. I am Count Hasserton Lowls IV, and when I am done here, no academic throughout the inner seas will forget this name. Somewhere, deep within these sands, I will build history.
Have you ever danced on your own grave before? Because I have, and it was awesome.
What does that even mean?
There she is. Cammy's dead at her own feet.
Invisibly dancing on your own grave.
A groove is still a groove.
Hey, the cause of your death is you.
I got out.
Did you? Because it feels like the four of you have been trapped in this dream for ages. At one point, previously in this dream, Reese had mentioned you simply went in there for the foot of a womp. And I believe it was probably as much Sully as it was Cammy who said, "Oh, it's been so long. It feels like it was so long ago."
I felt that.
Only to discover that this, too, is still not the waking world. You have chained from corner to corner of the strange dreamlands where time and space can contort in odd and unpredictable ways. It's not simply plain that you can walk across like our own. You can't simply stride easily from one end to the other. As paths here are winding, twisting, and unpredictable. But now we have ended up on a river, much like the one we know from the material world, and a boat, much like the one with which we're familiar. But here, trapped within the second, third, fourth layer of this nightmare, you have found yourself being pursued by a somewhat familiar sight. A red-sailed ship, blood red, tacked into the wind, much larger than the Sullen Starling, as it bears down upon you, your humble little barge, trapped with a mast jammed up against an invisible wall of arcane force. Not long before the Bloodwind closes the distance. As we go around to introduce ourselves, we'll go ahead and start on this side. Give us your introduction as you would, and tell us how you look at this particular moment.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger. I look like me today because I didn't have time to put on makeup. I'm Marius is doing okay. He is hurt, but not comparatively not too bad.
And from Nebula 315, romance a hot. He said rouge. Pretty sure it's supposed to be rogue. Romance a hot rogue lady, Marius. Have a hero point for future romantic endeavors.
Yay.
Bring her back.
Bring her back.
Bring her back.
Bring her back. New quest.
New quest.
New side quest
who
just
dis?
dropped.
I'm Colby. I play Indy, the full-blooded orc rogue, and I have an HP pool that a 4-year-old can count to.
Or that one song with the parody battle.
Yeah. I can only count to 4.
I don't know.
I like your little hit points tracker you have here
Yeah.
because it's really funny when it just says 004.
Yeah, I feel like I'm first level again. This is great.
You know we call that conscious.
Yeah. And I'm also drained too.
Conscious.
I'm not doing great, kids.
Yes, my name is Brett. I play Reginald, Sedacious Fox. I got hit pretty big, but I healed pretty big, so I'm doing all right, ish, kind of.
I'm Sully. I play Cammy, the itty bitty gnomish witch, who right now doesn't look like anything at all. Being, of course, invisible. But, otherwise, I don't have a lot of hit points left, actually, myself.
And as you are invisible, standing over the charred corpse of what, by all rights, just looks like yourself, dropped on the deck around these small little sparks and embers, these bits of char where you had blasted fire across much of the Selin Starling. You see, you truly do not have long before the Bloodwind catches up to you. Maybe 3 rounds. What do you do? That last strike, this spirit, this drowned ghost that this image of Skywind had turned into, banished and dissipated into little more than a puddle across the boards of the deck. I mean, the 4 of you with seriously little time to recoup.
How long... I don't know if I've ever been called upon to do it in combat, or if it's possible, but how long does it technically take to refocus?
10 minutes.
Okay.
You figure you've got about 20 seconds.
Okay. Has it always taken 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get ready for a fight. I want to jump up on the upper deck, go to the chest full of stuff, and is it bolted? Is it like secured to the deck? So
The chest itself? No, it's just sitting on the
I'm
deck.
gonna pick it up and bring it down to the rest of the group.
With the first round, MD rushes up and hauls down the chest of your dream equipment. What do the rest of you do?
I'm going to go over to MD, and I believe I only did battle medicine on me last time, so
Correct.
I could still do it basically on everybody one more time. So I will go to MD and give him... Oi, do I go big?
Go big.
I have to- the DC 30. It's
pretty hurt.
Or nothing happens.
I need everything we can get.
Oi. All right, and I get, what, a plus 17 to medicine? That means I got to roll a 13 or above? Is that the one you want me to do, really?
Yes.
Believe. Believe in yourself.
I also have the chrono skimmer stuff, too, if I really needed to
So
do
you've
it.
got,
Surgery,
you haven't used that one yet.
All right, so
Yeah, risky surgery.
I
use
will
it.
give, it will be 2d8 plus 30
You
if,
tried
or
using it on
2d8 plus
something that was a
40.
save, and you couldn't do that. Nebula 315. Bestie needs another hero point. No dying, Cammy.
You ready?
She's so good to me.
Are you at 3?
You got 3.
I have 3, I think.
Doesn't matter.
I have 4. Oh my gosh, wait, really, thank you.
You ready?
Yeah.
The exception. You're at 4.
Natural 20.
See? What did I say?
Honestly, banger place to roll a natural 20.
That's a pretty...
So-
I rolled a natural...
Quickly, following along with MD as he hauls down this chest of gear,
Yeah.
you very quickly triage some pretty severe burns across, most of his body. What do you heal when you do the big one?
It's 2d8 plus 40.
So 4d8 plus 40 is the
I
critical
rolled-
success.
Is that how that works? Whenever you...
The crits are less valuable at higher levels because it just adds the d8s back in, but it's still
Go for it.
with 2d8s, 2d8.
What's mine?
8, 3...
8. There it is. Okay.
It's 21 on the dice. 61?
Okay.
61
Hey!
for the battle medicine?
Hey. I can count higher than a 4-year-old.
Yep.
With 1 round, battle medicine is quick enough that you could treat a second one of your party members if you wanted. Because it's a single action.
Who else is hurt really bad? How bad?
You're very
at
invisible
31.
also, unfortunately.
You're also very
She
invisible.
looks like a pretty charred body on the ground. But
Can
Over here. Actually, no, I'll do you one better. I'm going to, because I would like to, for all 3 of my little rounds, since they're cantrips, and since I cannot do much more, I can at least stoke everybody. Just on
pass them around.
each little round. So it'll be like, I'm over here, and I'll stoke you.
So, she calls out to you, and you reach down to try to treat her. What, are you going to go to 20 or 30?
How bad are you?
I'm at 31 out of, now, because I'm drained, 98.
I don't want to take that chance again. We should just go with the DC 20.
Do what you feel, what, do what feels right.
Do what your heart tells
You
you
got
good.
tons of extra rolls. You'll be fine. Okay, DC 20. All right, well, I easily passed that. Could have done the DC 31. I rolled a 17.
Solid 48 plus whatever.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, before you roll that, roll me one more d20. And just tell me what number comes up.
6.
Pretty hard to treat someone you can't see. You reach down and try, and you hear Cammie's voice, but you can't see her wounds. And fumbling around this completely imperceptible body, you pull your hands away, smeared with blood, but Cammie, you don't feel any better. That fails the flat check.
Okay.
With her being invisible.
Do I also lose the battle medicine?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't count as. I'm not gonna hit you with the extreme cruelty. You didn't apply battle medicine to her, so
What's the flat check?
it's 10. You're
10?
invisible.
Oh no.
You have full concealment.
Ah.
Marius, what do you do?
I think Marius is gonna run up the mast in the center and kind of just try to get a higher point that's a little bit further away from everybody. He's gonna stay on basically this side of the ship so that he still has a little bit of cover if there's other ranged attacks coming.
Now, this is a small barge. There's not like a crow's nest up there, but you have the mast itself and the rigging you can cling into to keep some amount of cover. As you make your way up there, you all, at the end of this first round, hear a resounding crash of what sounds like thunder. A massive sound you realize is splintering wood. As you all look and you hear and you feel the boat jerk again as the mast, which has been jammed up against the wall of force, starts to buckle. What do you do?
Is that the forward mast or the mast?
That is the mast that you're on.
Oh, good.
Can I have my pipe in my mouth like the whole time, like a really cool? What is it like? I feel like a 80s.
I mean,
the way they just have like
no
a
rule against having a cool pipe in your mouth.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna have the.
No rules, Vadrack.
You can just be as cool as you want, man. It's your character.
Yeah, I'll have that, and I'll have my pipe stoked and going, which I think it gives me like heat resistance while it's.
If you're holding it with your hand, it gives you the effect. So if it's in your mouth, it's just really cool looking.
What? I have to use.
You have to choose one or the other. I know.
That's crazy.
But wait, don't I like blow through it to cause?
Yes,
that,
with
that-
in your hand, and you blow through it. Yes.
You gotta
trying
touch
the
those
game.
runes.
But I do have a fox mouth, which I feel like is more talented than like. You know what I mean?
What was
I don't know.
based
No,
on
no,
what?
wait. In what way, Brett?
Please explain.
Just I'm not gonna go there. This is a PG-13.
In what? Maybe name one way.
I just feel like they can do stuff.
Uh-huh.
You have to be able to manipulate the
Because
magic.
I don't know, it's like longer
You
in the
gotta-
back. So like they could just they could hold stuff back there.
It's like you're not putting the whole pipe in your mouth. It's just a little
It's
tip.
like up the side, and then
He just
like
eats it.
man, it's- as I talk, it goes up and down.
You gotta hold it to do the magic.
I get it.
It takes a hand.
All right.
Second round. What do y'all do?
When I'm up on the top of this mast, does the wall like reach all the way up? Like, can I feel it next to me?
You can reach over and you can absolutely feel this like invisible, perfectly flat plane of force. It oddly feels almost just like tile, like it's cool and smooth, or like glass. It's strange how much it being completely invisible affects like tactile perception as you touch it. But if it even has an end, you can't feel it.
Oh, good. I guess
And this
Marius.
is also, that's not a big mast. It's a little barge. The mast is probably only like 15 feet tall.
Well, then I guess Marius is gonna jump back down and maybe see if he can get under this wall.
Hopping down to the bottom, arms outstretched. You can't find the top or the sides of the wall, but the bottom does appear to be higher up. It was originally cast from the helm, so the bottom of the wall is functionally about where the helm would normally be, were the ship not kind of careened into it right now and tilted. It has snapped back a little bit closer to level, and the mast is pulled back further, and from the bottom you can see the wood starting to literally buckle and splinter near its base.
Okay.
And you can see, not terribly far behind you, probably 200 feet back, a ship full of figures, blades held high, moving in unison as they approach, clearly ready to board.
Stoke.
Blast them.
Stoke.
Yep.
Blast them.
Wait, what do they do again?
Huh?
What do they do?
Marius,
The
can you?
+4 to damage.
I'm
Status bonus.
gonna yell out to
Damage rolls.
Marius. Marius, that thing you do with the bow that makes the big shockwave. Can you hit the boat with that?
I think I can try. So
Cammy, she's doing Cammy things. I don't even know where she's at.
I'm right here.
In any of the researches about, like, you know, what's the guy's name? The hat.
You know Captain Vadrack.
Yeah. Is, like, do we know, are these just, like, roughly normal pirates?
This is
Or is,
not
like, is he
research we
dead?
finished.
Oh,
Nope.
good.
Like, is he, like, a spectral thing?
We don't know.
What you're seeing from here, as it's a little ways out, is a bunch of human-looking figures on the boat. Where the boat itself, black hull and blood red sails, looks not even truly that out of place. Were it not for its captain visible at the helm on a much higher deck than yours, it would look just like a normal crew of pirates. The captain, up at the wheel, with this black leather tricorn seated on an almost draconic face between a set of horns, very much does not look human. From
No.
this distance, you can see massive leathery wings and almost fire blazing across his chest and mouth, as his wings and even the lower half of his body seem to just give way to shadow. He is also huge. You don't really have perspective, but he looks like he's clearly twice as tall as the rest of his crew.
How far away is the boat at this
About
point?
200 feet.
Okay.
It's closing about 100 feet around. It is moving fast.
Okay. Once I guess we get into like we're sort of like bouncing around here, but obviously I'm still going to do the stoking per round, so everybody will begin the fight stoked. But I would like to sort of make my way into like a higher position, maybe, where if I had to throw something, I might be able to throw it farther.
Throw
because I'm
something.
higher.
Can I suggest I can make you invisible? Do we still have, what, 1 or 2 rounds left?
Looks like maybe 2.
Can,
Let's
I
go. This
can,
is the
go ahead.
figures you can see.
I can
Yeah, go
cast
ahead.
invisibility on you again if you want to stay invisible, but can I please heal you?
Yeah, this is sustained up to 1 minute, so we
Yes.
got to be approaching the end of it anyways. So I will just. I'm sure it could actually dispel it, but it also says a hostile action.
You can also
Dispels
just stop sustaining it.
No, I want to pinch somebody, and then that.
Just pinch Marius.
Yeah, I go okay, and I give you a little pinch on your shoulder. I can't reach there. On your foot.
What was that?
all
You
right.
feel a little nip on your toes, and Cammy suddenly reappears next to you. The group of you
I
now all
appreciate it.
gathered around
Okay.
this trunk that MD has brought down to the deck.
I'm gonna whip out my stuff.
I'm going to do the healing with. Okay, well, oh, there's a 9. Good. It was the 20 AC.
So,
I was
all
gonna
right.
do that one again.
Cammy getting patched up as she quickly digs out her things.
26. So
I would let you just use for the focus of one of your rounds to get your stuff out of the chest, instead of having to like account for the individual actions of how many items there are. You can just have your things if you spend a round at the chest.
you are healed.
You just
31
hit the collect
Yay.
all.
HP.
The only thing I'm gonna have time to put on is probably the cloak and the scimitar. Otherwise, I have to take off my boots.
Take off your shoes.
Take
Maybe
off
you can take a
the
little bit
shoes,
longer.
Did you wanna be
make this
invisible
at
again?
home. Sure, by all. I like it.
Before they like are super close, but once the like ship is in range, I think Marius is gonna draw back his bow.
What is your range?
It's a longbow,
Pretty long.
so I'm just gonna say long.
It's pretty long.
I have to. It has to be
think they're
above
a
30
long
feet.
ways
so
away.
I think it's,
No, 200 feet. I'm pretty just well within your range.
Yeah. So Marius is gonna draw back the bow, and it starts to vibrate as he draws it back really hard, and like lets out the like sonic sound, almost like a foghorn, just with how it's starting to vibrate. And I'll do the song of the bow to try to do a little bit of burst damage. He's gonna aim toward that, like the center, the side of the ship, just below where that clump of people were.
Okay. So trying to hit the actual, just the hull of the ship.
The hull, but like the higher
upper
part,
hull.
just so that the people are in range, but so he doesn't risk like overshooting.
Okay.
that much.
If you're just shooting at like the ship itself, from this distance, you don't even need an attack roll for that. Like you're gonna hit it.
Well, it's more about the aim, I think, just like getting it where I want.
Give me one. Let's see.
And so let's make this count. First roll of the day, and we need this. Please, dice.
You hit the broadside of a barn.
Okay, it's just a 13 plus
Absolutely.
20 or 30.
33 is absolutely going to hit a ship 200 feet away. Pretty much about where you want it. You hear the thump as this arrow shoots out and can see the visible shockwave traveling behind it as in an instant, much faster than a regular arrow, it's simply in Marius's bow and then almost immediately thudding into the ship in that same instant. And you could again see the burst, the force of the sonic blast that ripples out from it.
That's 21.
21 sonic damage?
Sonic, yeah.
21
You're
sonic
stoked.
damage.
Oh, that would be plus
25.
25.
25.
5 sonic damage. Let's see. And they get, is it a fort save or a reflex
It
save?
is a DC 28
I
fortitude.
did. You.
Fortitude, I'm gonna say, just for the purposes of simplicity, for me specifically, because there are a lot of crew, I'm just gonna roll for all of them. They fail. They're all taking all of them.
Great.
The crew, just like the pirates up there in the front, are absolutely taking it. So you do 25?
Yes. If it was a critical fail, it's their death.
It's gonna be, what's the DC?
28.
Regular fail. 25 points of damage.
And if it matters,
draw a
anything
line.
that was hidden in that area is revealed to me.
And you can see, looking down, as they all kind of reel back, you see all of them stagger back from the railing. It looks like there's probably a half dozen of them that are readying to board. And then a second thing, you hear another massive crack. This one much more prolonged, drawn out, splintering of wood as your ship pulls up once more and then slaps its prow down into the water as the mast snaps and twists, falling sideways down across the deck of the ship. Immediately, this dream Sullen starling bobs in the water and drifts underneath the wall, slowly just by the flow of the river, moving back downstream. The fact that you're moving at all slows the approach of the Bloodwind a little. But as they close in, shooting forward to 100 feet out, 50, you hear another massive crash as you see the prow of the Bloodwind buckle and splinter inward a bit as the hull of the ship thuds in and rolls. Their deck is much higher than yours. The front of the ship slams into the wall of force. The whole ship starts to list and stalls sideways.
Reginald, what
You have a little more time than you thought.
Reginald, do you recognize what the captain is at all?
No, but
That would be a nature check if you wanted to try.
I mean, possibly.
What's your modifier?
No, I mean possible.
Hold on, let me focus in my glasses.
I rolled this. What's your modifier?
For nature,
Yes.
plus 13.
As you kind of look up at this creature here. You said 13?
Mm-hmm.
Bat.
It's all calculating.
You might be surprised to learn what kind of creature this is.
It's a fae.
It is a fae.
Ah.
No metagaming.
That is a fairy
That
from the first world.
Pixie Hollow.
Oh.
It is very much not your traditional sprite, not really the thing you think of when you think fairy,
Right.
but Captain Vadrack is a fae creature. Seems to have taken a liking to traveling the plains a lot, from the first world to the material to the dream. And he is a fae known as an Anku. They are shadow creatures.
So
You know that,
demented
like
shadow fairy.
most fae, if you had anything cold iron, that'd be great. Fae sure hate that.
Have any what?
Had anything cold iron, that'd be great. Fae sure hate that. Don't think any of you do, though.
I have that decrepit scimitar.
And you know that, like most fae, he's probably a pretty potent spellcaster, as well as just being a huge lad. But what Anku are known for, those that know anything of them, is their ability to split.
And be like two of them?
Don't expect to fight Captain Vadrack. Expect to fight Captain Vadrax.
Could you just do all that in a British accent, like I just told him, or something?
Do a Brit impression now.
Well, you can, and you got
Someone will offend me
you
so bad.
drifting on this river here as you see the blood wind kind of smashed into the wall.
Yep.
What do you? That's what you know. Looking at this,
All right.
You've seen Faye. You've studied a lot of things in your time as a detective. You can share as much or as little of that as you please.
Yeah, no, it's a large fairy type creature from the Fae. I mean, it's prepared to fight not just one of them, but multiples of them.
I can stab them, right?
Most likely.
That's
That's
No.
kind of more on you, actually.
they're not resistant to precision. Hopefully.
Probably.
Hopefully. That's from what he's
Right,
describing.
AJ?
Yeah.
Probably.
AJ, right?
Marius, can you start sending shots at the captain?
Oh.
Now, as you
Was that accurate, what I was telling? I
drifting
mean,
a little
should be
further
able to
away
stab
from
him.
the wall, now the distance between the Cell and Starling and the Bloodwind is increasing. A lot slower than the Bloodwind was closing the gap. And as you look at their ship, kind of listing sideways stuck on the wall, the wood a little bit dented in where it connected, you swear the ship is drifting down the wall against the water, against the sail. You swear it's like it was being pushed, like the crew was out with poles trying to unmoor it, but you don't see anyone doing that.
How close is it at this point? Now it's
At
like
this point, it's probably getting back to about 100 feet away.
I'll just get in a good position and kind of wait for. I don't got a very good arm.
do you want to be invisible
Sure.
again? Okay, I'll cast invisibility on you.
Poof.
From-
There I go.
From my position, can I see Captain like clearly, or is he?
You
like,
can see the captain, and you can see that clearly he is throwing his arms out, very dramatically emoting something. Definitely looks like he's giving orders. You hear a lot of overlapping voices of the crew calling out, but you don't hear the captain at all. As a matter of fact, his mouth just hangs open as he looks around. Doesn't seem to be forming any words, but he's clearly moving like he's talking.
Is he elevated to the point that like there's nothing behind him, or does
He would be, yeah. He's a pretty fair amount higher than because he's on their helm, which is in the back of their ship.
Then I want to try to take very close aim and try to shoot the tricorn off his head, and hopefully like into the water or something.
Oh, for the snipe. Okay. Roll me a d20.
Okay. And because I don't know what the night guy here is, but he's reminding me of like the Dark Knight or Black Knight in
This is just the
Monty
crew. There's a
Python.
bunch of these fellas.
Oh.
There's a bunch of those guys.
Oh Lord, bless this thy D20, and let it blow thine enemy's tricorn off his head in thine glory. Oh, it's an 18. So 38.
38. As you pull back and really dial in and level this arrow at the captain as he's trying to predict how he's moving around as he's ordering the crew across the ship. you see another figure hurry down the stairs onto the main deck next to him. This one looks a bit different than the rest of the crew, though it does look human. They are wrapped in chains around their arms, around their chest, a massive, what appears to be spiked ornament set into their skull. You can see blood running down all across their body where the spikes of the chain dig into them, and a blindfold across their face. They're clearly giving orders as well as they approach the crew on the deck, who are still kind of reeling from your first shot. And with a 38, you loose the arrow. It flies pinpoint perfectly straight at the hat perched on Vadrack's head and glances off the invisible wall of force between you and him.
Oh.
Cool.
The deck
Oh,
is
wait.
fully shielded by the wall of force right now.
Also, one more thing. I go over, as we were talking, I cast haste on you, so you have that for 1 minute.
Okay. Still have actually
Oh,
my stuff I need
jeez.
to
Okay.
do.
Boat's still drifting. You're now maybe 150 feet down the river. This ship, again, is still the current kind of pulling it up into the wall. They're quite stuck on the wall of force.
Marius, how are you looking? Actually.
I still have just above 2/3 of my health.
I'm gonna pass a couple of lesser elixirs of life over to Marius. Like, those are the ones you can drink.
Appreciate
That
it.
have your name on them.
Alchemical for Marius, not divine magic.
And I want to pop one down myself. I have a lot of them.
Now, we're no longer going by rounds at the moment here because you have quite a bit more time
Yeah.
than it seemed. You probably don't have a 10-minute refocus, but you do
Yeah.
have maybe a minute, maybe two.
Okay.
So the ship is 100 feet away. but
150 at this point, yeah.
Oh, 150. Never mind then.
You're
Okay.
drifting further
That
because
answers my
you're
question.
moving down the
Yeah.
river and they're stuck.
And, okay.
So I'm gonna drink one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and drink one now. Why
I
not?
think I'll do my last battle medicine on me.
Okay. You about mentioned yourself earlier, right?
Not today.
Oh, not today.
No,
Okay.
that was last week. I can do it one more time for the.
Well, last week it was during the fight with the water ghost, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
this
you
Indian
can
day.
do it on yourself, but you have to use your once a day, ignore the cooldown.
Right. Yeah, that's what I've been
Oh,
doing.
oh, okay, okay, yeah.
And then I think I could only do one more battle medicine on Mary's.
Yes, Mary's would be the only one still eligible for battle medicine.
I think I got that. Yeah, it's 28. So.
You good?
Right.
So with this, as you drift, as they're stuck on the wall of force, you could
Put my boots on.
feasibly put your boots on. You
Yeah,
could, you
it's
can
about-
change you're no longer like we have 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah.
change your shoes. You can
Gotta get my new
Can
shoes.
gear
I
up. You can prepare.
pick up the staff again and see? We were kind of in a little bit of a different moment when I first used the staff, but kind of fiddling with it, trying to like position it the right way or like mimicking the same actions. There's no way for me to recharge it if it was charged or
The crystal atop the staff is currently dim,
still dim.
but as you wave it around and try
Mm-hmm.
to do something, you do feel there's still a bit of magic in it. Do you remember when that magic came out?
I can
It took
hear
it from you.
Yeah.
It didn't come from itself.
Mm-hmm.
There's still latent energy in the actual staff.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to activate it again?
Activate it like charging it or like using it right now.
What are you doing with it?
I'll wait and see if I can get the force. Wait for the. I'm assuming that they're going to board, and that the wall of force will have to go down. So I'm gonna kind of. I'm going to hold my.
You have
action.
no idea how long this wall will last, but they seem like they're very stuck on it.
Okay. I'm assuming they want to come over here at some point, so I'm going to hold the action.
It's fair.
I'm gonna play chicken. I'm gonna wait.
Gonna wait. So geared up, healed up, distributing some potions. You're 250 feet down from the Bloodwind. as the ship has only listed further sideways. Now kilted up at a 20-degree angle, almost completely perpendicular to the flow of the river, as the side of it is walled up against that wall of force. You can literally see in the distance the crew all together trying to heave off of this to very little success. This invisible barrier is holding the Bloodwind fully at bay.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Cammy.
But then you see a clawed, blackened, massive hand rise up, flash a symbol, and sling forward towards the wall. And a bolt of effervescent energy shoots out, and a rainbow of colors ripple across this wall. For a moment, you see the dimensions of the wall of force, a massive 60-foot long rectangle spanning a big chunk of the river as this rips across it in a flash. But the boat still does not move.
We need to figure out a way to just get this tricorn and leave. I don't know if we're going to be able to just take on this whole ship.
Well, as soon as they're free from that invisible wall, start sniping off crew members.
So now we know the dimensions of the wall. Is there any... So does it span the full length of the boat?
It spans the full, like, the back of the boat. There's maybe like 20, 30 feet of the prow that are, at this point, 'cause it's totally sideways, sticking out past it. But there isn't anybody there right now. They're all trying to heave off of the wall of force to get... They're trying to move the ship that way with what looks like very limited success. They're trying to go around it.
There isn't any way to get from... So, like, if our half of the boat is sticking out, doesn't seem to be any way to, like, get access around it, does there?
I mean, the river is massively wide. It's much wider than 60 feet. So, like, if they could get their boat around it... But the problem
I mean,
is
like, for us. Like, if I were to try and enter the boat.
We're drifting away from it.
I'm trying to understand the exact positioning.
They're here. We're here.
So here's your river.
Mm-hmm.
Their boat came down, hit the wall,
Yeah.
and is now kilted completely sideways.
Okay.
A little bit of it in the front is poking out past the wall.
Yeah.
You, because your mast broke off, are just drifting down the river and are
okay.
now almost 300 feet away from them in the distance.
I got it. I understand now.
You are as far away as when we started the session.
Okay.
It took you like a minute, 2 minutes to regroup that distance.
Mm-hmm.
But as they have been stuck, haste is expired. You're still sustaining your stokes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else that was up on the party.
I don't know how long invisibility lasts.
Oh, invisibility would have expired too. That's also
Cool.
a minute.
Throwing spells away. It's fine.
If we, looking out in front of us, do we see anything noteworthy coming up in front of us on the river or around the river?
This portion of the river is fairly calm. It doesn't look like it has any big severe bends or turns or rough patches. For quite a distance in front of you, trees down both sides, the water just continues to extend lazily out near towards the horizon. It does very gently bend away, but very gently and in the distance. Not that you have much to steer your boat with at the moment anyway, as your ship is also careening a little bit sideways from, the mast and the sail that are in the water off the port side. You're kind of drifting the Sullen Starling down the stream.
We're going to do a donut.
I want to shift the scimitar into a pick. Good old faithful, and I want to look at the captain, and I want to focus on... I don't know the range of this. It could be infinite for all I know. I'm going to think about attacking him from here and try to pull that energy to teleport strike him.
All you see MD pull up this pick and really look up at the ship. You see this hand come back again and this iridescent energy well up, and then he just swings it and vanishes. And in an instant, MD, you find yourself on the deck
Oh my gosh!
of the Bloodwind, 300 feet upstream, standing between Captain Vadrack, mid-spell cast at this barrier, his crew all trying to shove off, and this strange chained man throwing orders behind you who barely has time to even start the turn as your pick comes down in a big swing.
This isn't good.
What's up? I wish I had hero points.
Wait, what's the distance?
I'm
I
so
should
far
I
away.
should have given you the chrono.
He just kind of did it.
Just kind of left.
I wasn't expecting it to work. 28.
28. As you swing, you bring the head of his pick down. And I mean, Vadrack's a pretty big target. He towers over you. He's 11, 12 feet tall. Your pick bites into his side like it's scraping across a stone, a statue. You see him stagger a bit and look down at you, almost amused, and then suddenly you're back on the deck of the Sullen Starling. You see a second bolt leave his hand, and a second wave of rainbow energy ripple across the surface of the wall. And as it's visible, you see cracks shoot across it, and it shatters like a pane of glass, and the blood wind splashes down into the water, immediately pivoting and regaining its tack.
MD, can you do that again?
I don't know.
Do it.
I can help you out. Just if maybe give you an extra second chance if things don't go well.
I think that went perfectly fine.
Okay.
He never saw it coming.
I don't think you touched him.
I touched him.
Yeah, but I don't think you did anything to him.
Even before the captain has returned back to the helm, the Bloodwind pivots itself in just 4 or 5 seconds, completely lateral to perfectly straight on in the water, bearing exactly at you, as so too does the sail tack itself back into the wind. The crew rushing back to their positions as the ship bears down on you once more. This time, we're going to roll some initiative. Let's go, fellas.
I got first strike. Didn't do anything.
You got the first little whap.
I don't know where that one
Don't
went.
use my.
It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore.
Cammy,
29. Backwards.
backwards. It
Cammy.
just says Cammy with an H. Reginald,
I think I'm just gonna do a normal roll. I'm not
All
gonna,
right, go
I'm not
for
gonna
it.
Choose anything.
you see
Oh,
this
that's
time start to ripple, and you
Yeah.
ignored that. You don't want to go to the weird time dimension right now. It's scary over there.
Well, I'll let it choose for me. 35.
Ooh, MD.
31.
We got some gamer rolls here. Marius.
37.
Ooh, we got some. Whoa, fellas.
We're not messing around.
Okay, no, we're not. Clearly we are not.
Start shooting.
Yep. I have a 29, which is a pretty high roll from the crew that only beats Cammy. Actually, no, that's backwards. I have a... No, they don't even beat Cammy.
Yeah.
The crew is a 22.
That's right.
The crew's down here. Captain Vadrack gets a 36, which doesn't beat Marius.
That's fine. That's all that matters.
And I'll go ahead and also put the chained man on here. With an even 30 that puts him right in here. Marius.
Okay.
Ship's 100 feet away, and it will be here this time next round. It is bearing down fast.
Okay. I think it's safe to say I would have hunted prey on the captain already.
Absolutely, you can have 100 prey on the captain.
It's still approaching behind us, so I'm assuming I don't really have a good shot on the captain.
He would have cover, I would say.
Well, let's just try this one more time, just for funsies. And oh wait, concealed is not the same as cover.
Cover's different from concealed,
Okay,
yes.
right,
The
yeah.
hunted shot, or not hunted shot, the deadly aim problem.
Yeah.
Concealed is like invisible. Cover is like he's physically, there's stuff in the way. Physically invisible. Invisibly physical.
Well, I guess I'll just. I'm afraid this is gonna make him angry, or I'll just take a couple shots and see what happens. So I'll do one.
Fire away,
hunted
buddy.
Shot just to get a couple out there. It's a 17 for another 37,
37 hits.
and I don't think that 6 is gonna hit.
One arrow From this distance, even as Marius just fires these out, one arrow immediately catches Captain Vadrack. He's up at the wheel, back at the helm of his ship. Pirates.
Was that a meh?
Pirates.
Pirates.
Am I still stoked?
Yes.
Okay.
He's sustaining everything ever.
16, 20, 24.
24. Ooh. Guess who doesn't have any resistance to that arrow?
Aha.
It's Captain Vadrack,
Ooh.
24 damage.
We're in there.
That's right. I still have things I can do.
Still have turns.
You know, I don't have any better ideas right now, so I'll shoot him twice more. Think I can do that?
Fire at will.
I'll do one with the one. What is it? Deadly aim. I'm losing all my papers.
He has too many. You have so much text.
Why not?
That text is so
The
small.
ancient text.
All
I've
of
never
this
really.
feet.
Yes.
It's everything.
A deadly aim and then just a
He's got
regular
the
strike.
everything reference.
Neither of those are gonna hit.
One arrow true. 24 damage. Captain Vadrack takes the arrow, but is at the moment very much spending all three of his actions steering the Bloodwind and getting the ship bearing down on the group of you.
Really? Hire a helmsman.
Reginald.
The incantation.
It's kind of hard because there's a distance. How far away is the boat from us?
100 feet.
Can't really do much. And so I will, because even my phase bow only goes 30 feet. I'll have my. I'll just kind of be at the ready with my hand crossbow out and my cane.
Okay.
And a cool pipe down in
You
my
got a hand
mouth.
crossbow, you got it loaded, you got a cane. You're just.
And I will
ready.
move to the. Ugh, do I want to move to the front? Yeah, I'll move to the side, like basically where that's how I'm on that other side of that little boat. I'll just move to the other side of that.
Okay, up towards the
Yes.
side, the port side of where your mast is kind of falling over. The side is sort of dragging around towards the Bloodwind as it approaches.
Yes.
Okie dokie. MD, as we come around to you, you see this ship still approaching, and you feel this pick in your hand almost pull towards the Bloodwind.
Listen, man, I just let it happen. Things happen to me. I just let it happen. It usually works all right.
I'm not here to spit in the face of fate. You let this happen. You swing your pick out.
Wait, is he doing
Make
that teleportation thing again?
Me an attack roll.
Is he teleporting right next to the guy
16
again?
on the die to 37.
30. Let me roll 37 on. I wish I could gank alongside you, but alas, the woeful duties of manual labor calls to me, and I must journey into my own dreams to prepare for them. Have some luck on your journey from the handsome one. Handsome ganker with a wheel. As you swing this pick down, you're getting used to the scene in front of you instantly changing, and you suddenly being somewhere else, willing the head of this into your target. But this time, you see a flash. You see a flurry of images of crew members, of the Anku captain, of this chained man. As in this single strike, you feel yourself whip all around and across the deck. Roll me your damage, and you can absolutely get some flat-footed sneak attack on there. And I'm going to apply it to everybody on the Bloodwind.
I was going to give you
That's
the
so
guide, the
sick.
timeline, but that's cool.
2d6 plus the 2d6 sneak attack.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right. 6.
And with a 37, it is a critical hit from each crew member.
Okay.
Irregular hit on the chained man and on Vadrack.
All right, so I'm going to keep the sneak attack dice and then roll. I have to roll d10s for the crit. I need another d10 for the crit. But so for the chain dude, 6 or the 6, it's 3 5s. 5, 10, 15, 21, 23, 30, 30, 34. 34 with the chain dude and Vadrack.
34 to Vadrack, the chain guy.
And then this 62 with a sneak attack.
And then a crit, which very possibly will just straight up kill the entire crew after
Oh
the
my
Sonic
gosh.
Blast.
5. It's actually less. But it gets doubled. I need one more d10. Or fatal, whichever one.
Fatal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Two. So 3, 6. That's 10, 16. That one doesn't actually have it, so. It's been a while, guys. 6, 8.
Fatal.
It's been a
It's a
while.
good one to roll high on.
14, 16. What math right?
I think I got 17. Right? Oh, no.
Don't count
No,
this one.
that's 10.
So 8, 10, 13, 16, 20, 27, doubled,
54,
plus 2,
56,
plus another 6 for the pick crit.
62.
62.
For everybody. 62. 1, 2,
Brings
4, 5,
the
6,
all
7, 8,
6 members of the boarding party to death's door, but not down, with a pretty significant hit to Vadrack and the chained man as well. And now you may take your turn.
So 62 amongst 8 people
Yes.
is 496 total damage.
Plus 34.
Oh,
Plus 34.
To every, so 62
'Cause-
plus 34 to everybody.
No, 62 to the 6, and then 34 to Vadrack and 34 to the chained man.
Okay, so it's 496
Got whiplash.
plus 34
Thank
twice.
you, handsome ganker.
So
Marius, a good gank.
564.
Marius has no idea.
564 damage. How's that for a wheel, kids?
MD has no idea what just happened.
Something
Well,
like that right now.
my
62
normal
times
turn,
6.
as I flash back, I'm disoriented. Cammy is next to me. I
And you
look.
see the whole of the crew on the deck all just reeling, blood gushing as they all were struck simultaneously. Some slammed into the railing, some topple on the deck, some staggering backwards. Even Vadrack himself, one massive claw off of the wheel as he doubles over, putting his hand across his chest.
Sick. I'm gonna look down at Cammy and
Whoa!
in a short, like a very quick, short incantation, I'm gonna cast protection on her. I'm gonna touch her on, like, pat her on the head, and cast protection.
You just went around and hit her. Like you just went. Bless you.
Bless you, my child.
It's +1. You get a +1 status bonus to your AC and saving throws for like a minute.
Oh, nice.
Have fun with that, kid.
Is this I can't hurt anybody?
No, it doesn't fall off. You just have it for a minute.
Just a little protection.
Oh, I can hurt people when I have this one.
And then I'm going to just do a quick gesture and cast shield on myself.
Fair enough.
I think you've done enough on your. I think you've pulled
As
your
you
weight
see-
significantly.
This chained man kind of stagger. He takes the hit and looks around and then looks across the deck and sees MD confused and casts these pair of spells. And he rushes over, pushing past an injured member of the boarding party up to the very edge of the ship, up towards the railing of the bow, throwing one hand up as he yells something and pointing down with 2 fingers and a thumb towards you. And you see a spiraling ray of light flash out of his hand and soar towards you.
Let's not cast magic at me.
And this is just a spell attack roll. And I'm using a villain point. Villain point from Azendrock here. Boop.
Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Realize now his stat block does not actually have a spell attack roll on it, so I'm just gonna assume it's the same as a regular attack.
This sounds coupon.
I will take that one. That one's pretty good.
I'm a big fan, Mr. Coupon. Please don't hurt me.
37.
37?
Hit.
That's not crit.
Does not crit. Just the thing that we're looking for. Does not crit is good. We like does not crit.
Does not crit.
We're fans of does not crit.
I'm a fan of not getting hit.
But it does hit you, and you feel an immediate frigid blast of ice as the entirety of your body is near flash frozen by this ray. And you are going to take... math. Only 25 points of cold damage. And that will bring us... He ums. He looks.
I just want to go ahead and break my shield.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can block it with your
hard-
shield. Yeah,
hardness.
it's a magical shield of force. You can block a spell ray with it.
Hardness 15, so it's...
So 10.
Yeah.
10 points of cold damage as this blast through this shield you just put up, and we come to Cam.
Standing at the little edge of the ship with my stick, I would like to kind of try and recreate, because I'd been waiting for this moment, and I'm just gonna kind of start waving it above my head and thinking trying to, Cammy doesn't remember being taught this magic, so it's just sort of like a vibe. She's gonna just kind of try and envision focusing her energy through the stick up to the top of the gem, and she's just gonna try and make it glow again as she waves it and then casts it forward.
And as you fling it down
Hey!
towards him, you see this icy white ray blast through MD's shield next to you and freeze across him, and the crystal at the top of your shield light up light. And you see some of the energy from this siphon around and then shoot back out of the tip of your staff. And it goes about 5 feet out. Like a little burst of cold mist.
What was that?
And then
Oh no!
a blast of ice rips across the deck of the Bloodwind. I'm just going to go ahead and say that all of the regular crew members are definitely dead,
Oh my gosh!
but if you want to roll me
Yes.
16d6,
Do we even have that many?
I'm about to deliver
One,
some
You're
two,
an atomic
three.
bomb. There's 3.
we'll see how much Vadrack and the chained man take.
I got 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Oh, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We got it.
We got there!
We got it, boys!
We did it!
We have to do
you, our
math on the
sponsors.
dice before you even know what
We're
you roll.
crowdsourcing.
I can't even shake them all. It's too much for my hand.
These
Welcome to Warhammer
16d6
40K.
brought to you by...
Oh, those gem dashes, bro. I'm just joking.
There's so many 4s and 5s.
I'm not a really good
We're
helper
playing
count.
Warhammer now.
I cannot help finger count.
Yeah, no,
There is
please,
a
don't be
calculator
shy.
there.
There
I'm
is.
just gonna sort them. I'm sorting them first.
Use bubble sort.
Yeah, okay, so then we've got
Merge sort, maybe.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now we gotta do actual math. Yeah. So that's 50,
You know what?
8,
I love Pathfinder.
62, 63, 64!
60,
66.
66. 66 points of cold damage. The crew immediately is flash frozen. Solid, rigid statues of ice, frozen in poses of pain and agony from MD's strikes, having not even recovered. One mid-fall pushed back from the chained man. As this explodes right behind the chained man, you see it blast across him, his hand still out. He flinches slightly and just looks back, looks at you, and grits his teeth, seeming completely and absolutely unbothered.
Oh, I hope he's not mad.
I underestimated the size of the Bloodwind. This actually does not reach Vadrack, but it eradicates the crew.
Yeah, that's one less problem.
I'll go ahead and take.
I think it
They didn't
worked.
get a turn, but that's okay. They can just. They can
How
come
many
back down
actions
here.
was waving my fancy stick?
That is 2 actions, and you can unfold your little staff card
Yes!
one more time.
One more
Learn a little bit more.
As a bit, while they're doing all the counting, I just rolled
Look
a
at the
die.
guy
And it
singing.
seemed like I was talking to him. I rolled a 20.
We used it. You used the one.
Oh, I don't even know what this says to me. I think these are spells that I don't recognize.
It's
'cause I
actually
don't own
written in
them.
a different language. that you have
What does
to
it
decide.
say?
2, Everlight. 3, Force Barrage and Paralyze.
Those are 3rd and 4th level spells available in the staff. Clearly, there is much greater magic than that, but that's coming out at random. Those 2 you can do on purpose.
How many times? Is it
Depends
2 or
what's
3
left in the
times?
staff. The number is the level of the spell. And you have 1 action left.
As I bring the stick back down, like holy cow, because I thought that it had busted. I'm.
You see the crystal has fully gone dark.
I'm like, okay, no, that's enough of that. And I will look over to Marius and I'll be like, you can get him. That'll be Stoke. You get to keep it. Everybody else loses it. There you go. Pass it to Marius.
Marius! As we come back around to you, the blood wind pulls up alongside the Selin Starling. You hear, again, this grating sound of wood on wood as your mast hanging off the side in the water is pulled down under the hull of the much larger ship, pulling a little bit of a canter onto your deck towards the blood wind as the chained man stands at the railing, glaring down at MD and Cammy. And Captain Vadrack takes a hand off the wheel and turns towards the group of you. It is now in the position that it is on the map. That is the distance you have. There's a solid 30-ish feet between the 2 ships.
Do I have a clear shot of the captain's hat?
You have an absolutely clear shot at the captain.
I want to shoot his hat off. Is it going to hit a wall behind him?
Oh my gosh.
He is on the higher deck. As you're kind of like, I have a shooter. If there was a wall behind him, there would be a wall in front of him. So there isn't. No.
Okay. I'm going to try to shoot his hat off his head because that is what I want to do.
Very difficult shot. Let's see it.
All right. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use my my hunter's aim on this one just to get that little extra
Hunt that hat.
bonus.
Hunt, pray, hat.
Hunt, pray, hat. Like live, laugh, love.
No. You know what? I'm going to re-roll that. I'm going to use Nebula's card because I really want to shoot the hat off. Thank you, Nebula. I'm really focusing here. I just saw what everybody did, and it's blowing Marius' mind.
Everyone just popped off.
Really wants
We had
to
a
focus.
wheel and then a crazy staff.
And this is what happens when I forget to talk to my dice. Come on, let's do this. We just saw what.
Whisper
we just
sweet
did.
nothings.
We rolled big numbers.
Big number.
Exactly the same number.
Fixed point the timeline.
Yeah!
I can
missed.
get rid of this now. I'll
All
just
right.
put this up here instead.
Um.
That's what you're fighting.
Well,
Aw, Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
I'll give him I'll give him
I
a hunted
think.
shot. I'm still kind of aiming for his hat though. I really missed. I missed incredibly badly.
Oh no.
With a natural 1 and another low number.
Ooh.
So doesn't matter.
A flurry of arrows as Vadrack pulls in
Jumping off the boat now.
much closer here. And taking your shots at him as he's now facing you and ready for this, you see his body almost distort and divide as he moves, like after images of several Vadraks weaving around your arrows as they shoot past him. He is strangely quick, and even your arrows don't seem to outpace his reactions. Is that it for you?
Yep.
Then Vadrack,
Oh, Lord, coming.
Yarp.
as he dodges these arrows, does something with the wheel. He turns it back up and presses the wheel into the helm itself, and you hear a clank of wood and some mechanism within the boat. But even as he lets go, the ship's the Bloodwind itself still seems to tack closer to your ship.
Autopilot.
And this sort of divide, these after images they're weaving around each other, start to blur and separate into a whirl of shadows. And you see another image of Captain Vadrack deposited by these blurring shadows, whirling almost all the way around the Sullen Starling onto the back of your ship. And another onto the helm. And another up onto the deck of his own ship.
Do these ones also have hats?
Oh
They
no!
all look like perfect, exact copies. But the red glow inside all 4 of them is much more muted, as if that light was spread throughout all 4 of these images. Each of you hears a low, rolling laugh inside your minds as the body of each of these Vadraks shakes as if chuckling. Reginald.
So I have so many cartoons and like episodes of like Batman and whatever else like going through my brain of like, how would you find out who the right one is?
Tell me something only Vadrack would know.
I don't know which one to shoot.
Right,
It doesn't matter. Just shoot them all.
Oh man, is it? Is this a situation like what I know? Is this like a situation where it's like they're all him, or like there's, or is it like a fake? Like 3 of these ones are fake.
That you don't know.
Can I roll?
You
to see
can
if I know?
attempt to make like a perception check to see if there's any visible difference.
Yes, I will do that.
It will be your for your first action.
It'll be my action.
It will be an action to try and like really look at the 4 of them and see if there's anything distinctive, if you can tell them apart at all.
Because we want to get the hat and get out of here.
Yes.
So if we could find the
Yes.
right one. Okay, so I do want to do that, but I need to think.
I love our colored Vadraks here. That's nice. Because now you can say which. You can just say the color instead of us trying to describe which one. We made the Vadrack Power Rangers.
The Vadrack Rangers.
Okay, yes, I will do that. I'll use that perception to see if there's a difference
All right.
between them.
First action. Reginald's really taking a look.
I'm going to turn back the clock, and I'm going to re-roll that.
All right, you didn't have to use that on your medicine, so you just dropped the 20. So there it is. All right.
Okay, 18. 18 plus 17, 35. I am
35. Looking across the group of them.
seeing numbers. I'm trying to figure out what is the deal.
All of them look more. Vadrack already kind of looked like his body trailed off into smoke and shadow,
Right.
especially the base of his wings. They look like that more so. They're a little less corporeal, a little wispy, but all 4 of them identically so. The 35 is not high enough to tell them apart.
I do not like this.
You have 2 actions left.
I'm going to stay right where I'm at. I'm going to.
Now that doesn't mean it failed necessarily.
Right.
Might be nothing to see.
Right. Okay.
But with the 35, you don't see anything.
I am going to. Let's see. That one's probably that one's the closest. That one over there too. Oh, that one. might be
2 on
close.
your ship, 2
Yeah.
on theirs.
So the green one, you will see as I was doing the calculations, trying to see if there's any difference, and then you'll see blue lightning going through my eyes and then phasing basically through my body, and I will phase bolt the green one.
All right, the attack
Yes.
roll.
Phase bolt 27.
27, you shoot a bolt out that's absolutely going to shoot, and you see this captain twist around it as it just flies past and erupts in the air behind. 27's definitely not working.
Okay, I am sad and I am done.
Indeed.
Can we be safe? How far away is this ship from us right now?
The ship is pulling much closer now. Now it's about 15 feet of water between the two of you. Their deck's about 5 feet above your helm deck, so about like 15 above the main deck.
You
do have kind of a mast leading off the side that you could just like basically run over to the side of the ship, but you saw the a good amount of up.
I want to jump.
Want to jump?
I want to jump.
That's a very up jump.
Very up jump. I have power leap. I have some other jumping stuff. I don't remember, but I want to jump. I have quick jump. I don't think
Are you good at jumping?
I'm good at athletics.
That's a form of jumping. That's the thing he rolls.
Are you good at jumping?
Quick jump?
Don't pick.
Quick jump makes it
it one action. You can just jump from standing. You don't have to have a running start or anything.
Yeah.
When you say, can we be safe, I'm just going to kind of hold on to your deck and be like, well, wait a second. Like, how good are you? You're going to jump that? Are you sure? How good at jumping are you?
Actually, I'm just going to run down the mast to the side of the ship and climb up.
All right. You rush down.
That's 35 movement speed.
Towards the side of the ship. Make me an athletics check.
Make me an athletics jump.
Athletics would be a total of a 33.
33, you can do a combination of running a bit of the ways down this mast toward the surface of the water. You can't get all the way there because it's dragging underneath the hull, so you have to jump at some point. 33, with 2 actions to move and jump and climb, just sort of collectively, gets you up onto the side of the ship. You get just high enough, kind of run, even get a bit of that kick up the side of the ship and get your hands up on the edge of the deck. You are hanging from the side of the Bloodwind's deck with 1 action left.
Let's pull myself up.
I'm not gonna hang here. He's on the deck. Put another one on the board for times Quick Mantle would have done anything. We're at 2, I think, in like 4 years of Pathfinder
Or all
Second
the
Edition.
stuff that makes your vertical leaps better.
Yeah, this would be a good one for that, for sure.
Yeah.
As you mantle up onto the deck, between a Captain Vadrack and this chained man, his eyes follow you. Watch this incredible leap as you come up, and he reaches up and rips a length of the spiked chain off from around his body, viscerally tearing it away from his flesh, sending a spray of blood across the deck. Doesn't seem to faze him at all as this blindfolded man rushes forward, darting around the frozen statues of his peers and lashes out with his chain towards you. And as he strikes out, he calls back towards the helm, "We've been boarded!"
Who's he telling it to?
And I rolled a natural 1.
Ha!
He's looking this way, whips the chain out.
Protection of Shellon. I know what that is.
Protection of Shayla. And this chain hits the end of the railing and just kind of snaps around you, right around you, not like winding around you, but missing you completely as you climb up. But as you look at him, he turns back around, and you can't really meet the gaze of a blindfolded man. For a moment, you see a completely different scene. Again, you're ripped from your position in this fight, but you're still here on the deck, unable to see anything but the planked wood and the railing, a couple of frozen statuesque corpses around this chained man, and him. As he pulls the chain back, drops down onto his knees, and prostrates himself before you, groveling. Make me a will save.
I'm famously good at these. 22 total.
You are stunned 1, taken aback by this strange sight. The rest of you don't see anything. You see this man whip out the chain, it misses, and he pulls it back around like he's ready to throw it again. Cam.
That's kind of weird. It seems like none of my business. Okay. So, gosh. So looking around at the Vadracks, they're all wearing the hat. They're all wearing the hat.
Yes.
Presumably. Did it look as if he could have teleported, or like I just made copies? I'm
He kind of expanded like a blur of shadow and after images kind of spread out around the Stellan Starling. And the one of him coalesced sort of into 4 of them out of this whirlwind.
So they could all be. Okay.
One or any of them could all be Captain Vadrack.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, that's so tough. And you could have succeeded with a 35. Is the thing.
You want to do? Just thinking.
No. Oh, that's so. I don't want to waste it, but I feel like if there is a chance that it's just one of them, that we gotta take that. And I do have the crown on, which is specifically giving me wisdom and knowledge beyond my own, beyond what I've experienced. So Cammy is gonna kind of try it, like looking, kind of whirling around her. She sees the MD makes it over the edge, but is flanked by like a weird priest dude. And then another one of these copies, and sort of whirling around, I'm gonna focus on the crown and try and decipher if one of these would be the true Vadrack.
Alrighty. So, make me a perception check.
Okay.
Use your special eyes.
Perception is wisdom based, right?
It is wisdom.
So, okay. It's a nat 20.
Ooh. Okay, well, I have an interesting thing here. What an interesting time to roll a natural 20.
Uh-huh.
Swinging back and forth, the
I really
pendulum
hope that
goes.
you didn't succeed.
The great mother of the court of silks cackles with chaotic glee. These pirates are no good, and they came to you instead. A wheel and a woe, for she decrees. For how do you know? You even dream, Iroku-san. A wheel and a woe. How can I not put a wheel on a nat 20 here?
Yeah! Yeah!
What timing? 35 did fail the DC of 37.
Dude, we were so close!
But as you look around at these shadowy figures, which I'll just go ahead and tell you, have Vadrack's full attack modifier and damage.
Oh, yeah. I do, yes, I did. The check is not, can they hurt me? I assume they can hurt me.
They have his full attack. Sorry, their attack modifier is a little bit lower. But they have his full damage.
Oh my gosh.
You see there is something a little bit different.
Yes.
It's this red glow. It's not perfectly evenly spread throughout the 4 of them. And as you look at the 2 that are on your ship and the 2 that are on the Bloodwind, you fix your eyes on the one near the railing next to MD. And then Greenie reaches up and turns your head to the one on the helm of your own ship. And you fix your eyes on that one.
Oh, I got it wrong. Oh, my bad.
And in a wheel. You see that this red light, this energy at the core of them, is effervescing out from that one to these 3 copies. And you see something more than that. You meet the real Vadrack's gaze, the pink one here. And something happens. For a moment, a streak of yellow bubbles through that red color flowing out of him. And he twitches and distorts, jerking his head back like he's in pain. And the other 3 copies of him simply cease to be, leaving just the real one here on the helm of your ship.
And I'm going to look right at him, and as the others dissipate around me and it starts to register in my mind that that's him, I'm going to raise my hand as if I had my gun, and I'm going to go, gotcha. And I'm going to do Chilling Darkness. With my last 2 actions.
That's what the chain guy did. This is the ice fight today.
This is
All right,
ice
fair
fight.
enough.
ice fight.
It's the
You hold your
holiday
guns to-
spirit. We're having a
Yeah!
snowball fight.
You
Not
hold
just
your
chilling
gun
darkness,
sideways
but
and
I've
try
got
to
that
ice 'em.
heightened one here. So.
Oh yeah, we had it heightened too.
Wait,
you
so do
can't
I.
do- you can't
Mine
do
is
fifth
also
level.
heightened. I tell you.
Make me
Anyways,
your
I gotta make it.
attack roll.
Yep. And then I get a +1 because I'm in the dream and I got the crown, and I always forget that the modifier going up would also make this go up. So it's. Here we go. Here we go. Nope. That's not gonna work, and I'm not gonna use it. And I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it, and you cannot make me. So thank you.
And hello, Morokasan.
Thank you.
have
No,
to use
no,
it.
no, no, no. Thank you to
So
Nebula
funny.
315.
Give me all your hero points.
Thank you to no.
Reset the board.
Thank you to Nebula, the love of my life. I'm gonna re-roll that 2, and try and get better than that. That's a nat 20. Woo! Oh my god!
Hits him.
That's my friend.
Oh my
That's my
gosh!
friend,
Double
Cammy.
damage. Right, double damage.
Double damage.
Yes!
Double D.
Let's freaking go.
Man,
dude.
if you still imagine if you still had the bless.
Oh my god!
Oh.
It would have finally happened.
I know, right? I get 76. Excuse me. We actually
Yep,
have
that should
enough
be
on
right
this
because it was 96 from this guy. So yeah, you're one level lower.
I got a nat 20.
What you did? You got an at 20.
Kill him. I want the gnome to
76
kill him.
and then double
Get him.
the total.
Oh, it's 30. It's
Even?
30 even, so
So
then
60.
doubled 60.
Easy. A 118 damage on Captain Vadrack. Not yet bloodied.
Nebula says to cheers.
Oh, okay. Cheers to
Cheers
that.
to Nebula.
Cheers to not yet
Thank
bloody.
you.
There you
Cheers.
go. Cheers.
Okay,
Cheers.
not gonna go
And I'll
for
do
it.
you one better. We had a wheel and a woe. And I'm going to level with you guys. Throwing this fight at you scared me. And I built it for 5 of you. So when I put this together, it was a weak Anku and this guy. And then for today, because there's fear in my heart and there's one less of you than my original plan, I made it a weak Anku. Don't do this at home. I didn't have time to rebuild him. A weak Anku and a weak this guy. But you know what? I think you can take him.
This isn't funny.
We can take one.
I'm going back to weak Anku and this guy.
Okay.
What's this guy's name?
This guy?
He has a name.
Tim.
That's the first mate.
Tim.
Yeah, I know it's the first mate. I figured that.
And as this blast of ice rips through Captain Vadrack, he feels his blast and turns and looks back at you. His mouth hanging open, you hear the voice, you hear this laughter in your head again. That's all, little one.
Oh, I think he is mad.
Vadrack's never missed a bounty, and I ain't starting today.
His mouth simply hangs open as he looks at you, this voice just in your head. Marius.
He is mad.
As we come around to the top of this round, at that, why don't we take a break real quick?
Yeah.
Why don't we stand up? So Lisa,
that
Steph,
flew by.
it's a late. It's quite a late break, actually.
Yeah.
Let's stand up, stretch our legs, grab some snacks. Because if I'm taking the extra templates off these guys, you are gonna have to work for it. I wish you the best of luck. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. There'll be a timer up in the corner. Don't go too far. If you're looking for something to do while you wait, why not check out some of our cool partners? This here software we got the map on, which, by the way, Arcadis, before the stream started, Scratch built the mast fallen over into the map, like piece by piece, in Arkenforge.
Oh, that looks so good.
So that's like, you know, the sick stuff you can just do on the fly with that. He just made that mast because I told him that was gonna happen. It's really cool software. You should check it out.
And the boat moves.
The boat moves a
Making
little.
me seasick.
That's my favorite.
I like that the boats. The boats moving is
That's
really
super
cool.
cool.
And check out our newest sponsor, Easy Roller. Huge variety of dice for every price range. Discount code UGT works for both those sites and all the rest of the partners down below the stream. Don't go too far, everybody. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. A battle on the high rivers here.
Yo ho yo ho.
a
pirate's life
for me.
A river. What is a river?
If not a sea to an ant.
We're here to steal this man's hat.
Did we just get demonetized?
We do insane things for our strange eldritch purposes. But this hat, according to what Lowell had once believed, will hopefully absorb some of the energy from the incredibly powerful soul that had borne it. And now, that soul has found us as we battle Captain Vadrack and Anku here in the dream and his first mate alongside their much, much larger ship. Let's reintroduce ourselves before we get back into the battle. We'll go around this way this time.
My name's Sully. I play Cammy, the itty bitty gnomish witch who just blew up a fairy. That little diva knows Tinkerbell.
My name's Brett. I play Reginald Sedacious Fox. I am a detective who wastes spells.
There were little spells. It was all I got. No fox magic, you know.
That's all I got.
You know those foxes, they have special magic.
I have special.
I'm Colby. I play MD, the full-blooded orc rogue who's about to do the first rogue thing this entire campaign and steal the ship. Once I kill the first mate, the captain's not on the ship. It's mine.
That's pretty sure that's nautical law.
Yeah.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger, and I'm going to continue to shoot arrows.
It is your turn. That is to do as you please, sir.
So, to surprise everybody, I'm going to shoot some arrows. I'm going to just do... I'm assuming the prey transferred over now because he's still the
this
same.
is
He's
Captain
now back to the
Vadrack,
same
so it
guy.
is still your prey, yes.
So, I'm going to do a
Fun
hunted
fact,
shot.
they were all your prey before.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
I was assuming it was only one. That's good to know. I'm going to do a hunted shot and then a hunter's aim. So, for 3.
Pew,
You are
pew.
not stoked,
Pew.
by the way.
I'm not stoked about that at all. I'm
I'll
not
give-
stoked about that at all.
Uh-oh,
I
hunter's
missed
shot.
everything very badly.
Oh,
like a 1-4 and a
flurry
6.
All of
It
them?
was like a 1-5 and a 6.
a flurry of arrows shooting up towards Captain Vadrack.
Having him
This-
like suddenly shift over just completely change my aim. No,
he
that
still
that's
continues
one's activity.
to move dodging these arrows almost as a twitch, as this shadowy draconic form flits from place to place around each shot as they fly by. And as we come to his turn, 2 things happen. First, he raises his hand down towards the 3 of you with the deck of the ship. And second, MD, as this vision dissipates and you're a little stunned, turning to face your foe here on the deck of the Bloodwind, you feel a jerk at your ankle, and you almost trip over a rolling coil of rope sliding across the deck. Make me a reflex save.
No, I'm notoriously bad at these. 33.
Almost trip. As this bumbles into you, nearly knocking your legs out from underneath you. You glance around for a moment. Ship is moving down fairly calm waters of the river. Not sure what caused that. But anyway, hand raised.
I shouldn't be on the ship.
Not
This
sure what caused that.
scintillating rainbow energy coalesces once again in the Anku's hand and shoots forward as he throws his palm out as a nearly blinding blast of colors. MD, you see a rainbow of strobes spray across the deck of the Selin Starling. And I need 3 of you that are still on your own boat. Roll me a D8.
Oh, not me.
Oh, a D8?
A D8.
I don't know what I want to roll here.
No,
5.
None of them.
Roll a number that's
you would.
You
Does
would.
that count?
No, get it in the.
You would roll a 5.
I would roll a 5.
Would you say?
roll
Would
one.
you say I'm about
I
to
would
take
roll a
damage from?
I don't know yet. Roll a d8.
Oh, okay. No,
You get to pick whether.
Sorry,
you're
I
gonna
didn't.
We'll find out.
Okay, 3.
3, 5,
get 1.
1. Cammy is struck by a yellow ray.
Oh my goodness, this is.
A blue ray hits Reginald, and a red
DVD.
Like a high definition DVD.
into Marius. You are about to take damage. Yes.
Okay, let's hold on. I'm going to try and disappear. I don't. But, that's okay. Well, maybe I should. No, it's okay. You good? Yeah. No, I'm worried. I don't know what yellow means.
Could mean
You're on
anything.
fire.
It's you though.
All right, so
Sunlight.
red and yellow. Make me reflex saves.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that. That's fine.
Please, I trusted you. Do a little bit better. Oh, great. 28.
Regular failure.
Okay. Wait, you said a 28 was a regular failure?
Marius, you take 50 points of fire damage.
Yay!
I would. I think I should reroll. I think actually, hold on.
As this red beam blasts like an explosion,
No, I'll.
blazing hot flames across you.
Don't forget you got +1 from me too.
You see an
Okay.
orange ray off to the side cut across the deck with a splash of acid sizzling through the wood. A green ray across the railing spattering thick, viscous goo. Yellow ray towards Cammy.
24.
You take 70 electricity damage.
I'm down. Oh, you're taking.
I take 5 of it. And as a reaction, she's within 30 feet of me, right? Like I count 25 on the tile, but she's
Yeah,
also a little
yeah,
bit
you're
down.
a little
so-
down. I'll give you 30, yeah.
Yeah. So as a reaction, as I turn around and see this blast happen, Cammy feels like a warmth envelop her, and those little spindly growths, the fungal like bark, starts appearing where she's about to get hit. She gets 5 temp HP, so minus 10. I don't know what
60.
you're actually at, but
So I was at 63. So
Now you're at 3.
I'll be at 3.
And it's like that cartoon bit where someone gets struck by lightning and you see their skeleton through their body for a second as Cammy is electrocuted.
Oh no.
Were it not for MD's intervention, nearly turned to cinders. The blue ray hits Reginald. Make me a fortitude save.
Fortitude. 29.
29 is
Better than mine.
I don't like how you're looking. The way you looked at me is like, all right, bye, buddy.
as the blue beam hits you in the shoulder. You don't feel pain, really, just a weird tightness and kind of concussive force. It hits you just like a shove, and you kind of stumble a little bit backwards. As you go to regain yourself, your arm doesn't move right. And you look down, and you see that your shoulder, your vest, and your jacket have turned to stone. And it's starting to spread across you. You are slowed 1.
Okay, so that just takes away one of my
no.
actions. Okay.
For now, it's.
And then Vadrack reaches up, reaches back with his hand, turns it, and suddenly a strange black flail manifests in his clawed grip. Wide, square, black iron links, holding a head shaped almost like that of a massive serpent. Fangs jutting out in odd directions. And he raises it up, looking down at the group of you. And all 3 of you hear in your head,
You can surrender now. I'm here for the bounty, but I'll always take blood.
Reginald.
Are you going to be using your hat?
Do you need that?
Do you need your hat? That hurt a little bit. I am going to, I believe, so one of my arms isn't usable. Can that be the one that doesn't have my crossbow in it?
You can, like, the elbow still works. It's just like your shoulders a little.
Oh,
further.
God, it's
So
just
you
like
can
it's like
still
heavy.
Yeah, it's hard. You're
got
like
it.
slowed 1, but you can still. None of your arms are completely disabled.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Did I notice that was his arrows going through him at all? Like, but his
He's
arrows
just
were all
missing.
magical.
He's hit him a couple times with arrows.
But his arrows are magical though.
right.
So my crossbow isn't magical. So I don't know if that's gonna hurt him or not.
Anything's possible.
I don't know if mine are technically magic.
No, they're just coming from a magic bow.
They come from a magic bow, which means they're a magic attack.
Yeah.
The bow imbues them with magic.
Yes. Indubitably. I will devise a stratagem, and I will, which I believe it's free because this is all part of my.
Your goal, your current case is that guy's hat. So yeah, free action.
Yeah.
Nothing couldn't possibly be more pertinent to your case. The hat is right there.
Natural 20.
Oh, come on!
Get him. Okay.
So I
This
will.
table is focused on get that hat.
Focus, man.
Get that hat.
I'm
25 feet is exactly enough speed to get up next to him. if
Get that
Mark
hat.
is
Get
there.
that hat. Get that
What
hat.
are you doing? You got the bow and
Wait,
you got
25 feet? I was just gonna shoot him.
you're speed 25, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Because I'm just looking. You can shoot him. That's exactly enough to rush up onto the deck next to him. It's exactly 5 squares of movement. Because you get 1 diagonal for free.
Right. Can I get the hat? Is it possible to get the hat?
Somebody's gotta do it.
Okay, then I am going to go get the hat.
Yeah.
Hey, can I have your hat?
You're a fox. Foxes are supposed to be good at stealing stuff, right?
So I kind of, because sometimes whenever I'm running, I kind of get a little primal, so I kind of go on all fours, jumping around, get up there, and then I'll attack him with my staff then. The
Cane sword?
yeah.
All right. So nat 20.
Nat 20.
That's gonna crit. His AC is not that high. Like your 20 is
so it's 2d6 then plus the 3d6. 3d6 is 9. Then
plus the 3d6 precision.
plus 9 is 18. So and
Plus whatever your base modifier is.
then what?
Plus what? What do you add to it? What do you add to it?
Yeah, that's plus 3. Yeah. So 18. So is 18 plus 3 is
What's your strength
21.
modifier? Plus 2. You have a free hand thing. I think you have weapon spec. Is it 3? I guess
It's
I
3.
thought it was
It's 3.
5. All right.
It's 3.
Okay, so
21.
21 doubled 42.
Does
Wait,
it
do you
have-
just double the dice or you double the
Double
modifier?
all of it.
Okay. So then 42.
Are there any crit effects?
He
I don't
should.
think so.
He should have a critical spell. I think.
That's a sword, so he'd be flat-footed.
Yeah.
With critical specialization. And you rush up. What do you do? What does this look like?
So I again skittering basically like across the boat, getting up, flip it up there, and as I was running towards him, I was definitely eyeballing exactly where I was going to precisionally go after him, and I just kind of with the good arm, not the slow one.
You see in your head what he would do. This mace coming down, crashing into the railing next to you, and you duck around it and dive up with this sword.
Yes.
The critical hit knocking him off balance as he tries to recover the head of this wide flail. 42 damage, as Vadrack definitely looking bloodied.
Now I
come on.
believe. Do I just go after the hat or I try and kill him again? Doesn't matter.
That's 2 actions.
What is 2
You're
actions?
slowed 1.
Oh, that's right. So I'm done.
Oh, you're done.
Make me a fortitude save.
Oh no.
You got this. I believe in you.
I am going to thank you for the surge of speed that you guys gave me. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. I can't remember who it was, but and I'm going to use that for. I'm going to reroll that.
Is that the hype train?
Natural 20.
Oh my gosh, dude!
I believed in
I'll
him.
tell you. These aren't even my dice.
That's
Those are your dice now. That is so much better than you've been rolling for
That's
the
it.
episode.
Natural 20. Critical
Big
success.
rollers.
You hit him. You throw him off balance. And you go to, like, move your arm and the stone just cracks. It's not
Yeah.
you. It's just a shell across you. And it cracks and falls away. And you are no longer slowed.
Nice.
Wow, he actually came back empty.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
dude.
Ooh, that's the bad one. You don't like that one.
You don't like that one. I'm jumping around. I'm gonna shout out Marius, trade me. Shoot this guy. I'm gonna just jump across. I want to jump.
He loved to jump.
Well, now I'm higher,
You got the
and I
high
have
ground
quickly.
now.
I don't have to jump up. I just got to jump forward.
That's true.
Yeah,
He loves
I'm
to
jumping as
jump.
close to Vadrack as possible.
All right, you're trying to
Parkour.
I have 35 feet
5,
of movement.
15,
So
20, 30.
it's right where Reginald is.
Yeah, it's right on Reginald. So
Yeah,
you,
I
can,
know.
like, you can get right behind Reginald.
Yeah. So I'm.
But you have a quick jump. You don't need a running start.
I
So
know.
athletics check.
Yeah. Got to roll high enough. A 30 total.
30 is right behind Reginald because it's 5 short of where you wanted to go. 30 is exactly enough to make it to the Selen Starling. There's
did it.
one less,
Oh.
and you wouldn't have made the jump across. So you just barely catch the railing at the end and end up back on the helm with one action left. You were stunned one.
I was stunned one, and since my emotional focus is up right now, Cammy is going to get a level 3 one-action heal.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Because it's since she is my emotional focus, it's automatically heightened.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
It's automatically heightened, and she gets 3 temp HP off of this as well, since she's also my emotional focus.
3 temp HP.
Not a
against-
lot, but it is something. I would also like to say I rolled 3 ones.
3.
That's double what I had. So I have 6 now, and then what?
Snaker
3
eyes.
temp
Yeah.
HP as well. 3 temp
3.
HP as well.
3 HP and 3 temp HP. So that's, you had 3 HP before, you got heal for 3, you got 3 temp. It's the trifecta. Illuminati.
Somebody
That's empty.
grab that fudging hat.
The first mate,
It's time.
seeing you run, immediately rushes after you. He's going to use an action to hop over the railing onto the mast down below. An action to quickly balance his way across the ship. Not a problem for him. The mast of the ship, not a problem for him at all. And then here, he sees Cammy reeling, probably twitching, hair, pigtails pointing straight up, and just swings the chain up overhead and lashes it straight on at you. And whoa! Kaga!
Whoa!
Those gift subs! Hey, thank you, Kaga!
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's a lot!
Wow.
Hey, bless this real quick. I'm gonna do stuff to Sully.
Don't.
Oh,
Don't.
hey.
Oh,
Was
we
it
don't.
nice?
I haven't seen that in forever. You like that one?
Wait.
Wait.
Is the swingy thing? Is that a ranged strike?
It is a melee strike.
Never
it just has
mind.
10-foot reach. It's okay. It's probably fine. It's just a 36 to hit.
I don't need to figure out if that's.
You have your
a crit.
Dreamlands bracers.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's probably.
Hold on. Let's do some math here. I've got the bracelets on. They're somewhere over here. There they are. Plus
And
3
she also.
AC.
Oh, that's.
So I would have been.
It's plus 3 total. It's 2 above what you have because you already have 1 from the jacket. So 2 higher than your normal.
Okay.
Oh, is it item bonus?
8 and then 20,
It's armor bonus.
and then
Oh,
I get
armored.
a 1 from
Yeah,
you.
I'm sorry, because I give her +1 status.
Oh, so your stacks. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure.
So
yeah.
I add plus 3 to what I have here. Is what we're saying.
Total,
Is
yes.
Yeah. So I'm at a 29.
Not a
AC.
crit.
It's not a crit.
Not a crit.
So if you could roll, how many dice are you rolling?
3.
Is it 3?
It is 3 actually.
Okay,
Yes. It's,
awesome. If they could all be 1s or at least 2s, right?
I have really bad news about the +9 that's on the back end of
Well,
this.
and-
So, like,
it's
I
already
got really-
-5.
That's your -5. Okay, so let's see.
I got this.
It's physically possible.
I've got this.
Roll the dice.
It's physically possible. All right.
Cammy's being ripped
Dude.
back onto this plane
You
so
have
many
9.
times.
You got a -5, so there's a +4 on this. So these 3 dice together have to be a maximum of 4. You need 2.
Okay. So wait, so I have 9.
It's 22
Okay.
points
so
of mixed
minus my
piercing
9.
and
Let's
spirit
start.
damage. Hold on.
As she takes the damage, as the strike hits you, MD once again lets out a shout, and where the strike would have hit you on the arm or on the chest, you see the wounds open up on MD instead. I'm going to use a reaction to cast my focus spell for a dedication feat that I have to be in the thing. Protector Sacrifice. I take 15 of the damage for her instead, so I take 20 of the damage total. She takes 2.
You take 2.
I can take 2.
Do you take? You just take the damage.
I reduce the damage by 15.
You don't take the secondary effects of the
and you
hit.
redirect the damage to yourself.
I'm gonna cry. Okay.
It says
I dropped my cards.
it says you redirect this damage to yourself, but no, your immunities, weaknesses, resistance do not apply. You aren't subject to any conditions or other effects of whatever damage your ally. So I'm not subject to any of the conditions.
Take a lot of the damage, and while you only take 2 damage now, you see the spikes on this chain rip through Cammy's overalls and skin, and she starts bleeding pretty severely. You're very on the edge here. And great news, everybody. Not only is Kaga in here with a big old pile of subs, long time no see, life as it is, a hero point for everyone.
I still have 3. Do I go back
Now
up
you
to
have 4
again?
again. Just, you know what? I'm not saying no to round for the table, all right?
I don't care.
I always use them as rerolls.
You take that. I don't know how to read that one.
Cammy.
Yeah. So wait. how
Bleeding,
much-
conscious, 7 health.
Yeah. That's me.
Your turn.
When does the bleeding happen at the end of
End of your turn.
Trying my
Guys,
best.
maybe I should just go.
You are, like, barely conscious, Woozy, from this blood loss. You feel like it's very possible that this blood loss could put you down.
Somebody get the hat. Oh my gosh. The first thing that I'm gonna do, and this is not an action. This is what I got from Nebula a couple of minutes ago, but it has to be played during my turn. It's Healing Prayer.
Yay!
Thank God. Here we go.
God save me.
7th level or higher, you get 2d8 plus 16 hit points.
Plus 60?
Plus
16.
16.
Oh, 16.
Hey,
Plus
you're gonna like
16.
quintuple your health right now.
Yeah.
2d8 plus 16.
Oh my God.
Great news, everyone. The bleed is not gonna kill her.
Okay, one of those with a 1. So that's 6. 6. No.
Lots
no.
of ones.
6 plus 16, 22. That's what I would have been hit with.
That's the number that we just had.
So now I 28, but with 1 is temporary. I'll lose it in a minute.
Yeah, 28 plus 1.
Okay. Everybody chill out.
Well, they're all temporary.
Yeah. Life is temporary.
Hit a girl while she down.
You're not down yet.
I'm not
Hey,
down yet. By the
conscious.
skin of our collective teeth, I stay here.
And as you look at this, Vadrack bloodied is definitely starting to be pretty hurt. His first mate, however, seems to only be regaining vitality. The damage that they had taken, which was just the sonic blast, you could see like the backlash of this, like an explosion it hit him across his chest, starting to smoothen and fade already. Battle seems to be invigorating him.
It's awesome.
Throw him in the water.
I'm so sorry. Do not take this. I frankly don't care. I've got to get that hat. I have got other things to do right now.
Cammy's playing the objective.
I
like,
need that hat. Okay. I haven't used any actions yet. Everybody chill out. I haven't used any actions
it's funny
yet.
because such a nice
Screw this guy. He's bloodied.
He's bloodied. He's hurt.
You gotta
All right,
owie.
he's alive.
You have 160 damage on Captain Vadrack right now.
Yeah.
Just as a fun number for those at home.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Very round. Nice and round.
More than my max.
Well, I'm gonna look right up at him, his ugly little mug, and as I... Screw it. This guy's gonna hit me if I stay next to him. If I go anywhere, I'm gonna get hit. So I'm going to scream and charge at him while I cast Rip the Spirit.
And as you go to
The
run
two
up
action
this,
Rip the Spirit, so
run
from
up
range.
the stairs, you turn to focus and cast, and you hear the chains rattle behind you as the whips towards you again, provoking an attack
annoying.
of opportunity from the first mate.
Wait!
Waiting.
I've never hurt that guy.
You have not.
I'm not good at this. But
You technically you did blow him up with a blizzard, but he was immune to it.
He was
so
out of
like
range.
you didn't hurt him.
He was out of range.
It felt nice. No, that was Vadrack was out of range.
Oh.
You're getting hit by the first mate.
Oh, well, it is technically haven't acted hostile toward.
You've acted hostile. You attempted to blow him up. He just was
Whatever,
immune
then.
to
I'll
it.
just try and disappear.
Okay.
I was gonna empathetic plea him and be like, dude, please.
I just
I'm
want
having a bad day. Like, I've had enough.
Hey, Great Nose, you just got as much health as he hit you for last turn, so you're probably fine.
Oh yeah, now I can tank this. Okay, let me try
If
and
you disappear, you're gonna be
disappear.
super fine.
Woo! I do it. I do it.
The disappearance dance.
Yeah, dude, I'm gone. I resist all damage equal to my level.
10 resistance.
That's not bad.
Chain strikes out for a bajillion.
Shut up.
It's a 41.
Okay. Well, minus 10 to that.
Minus 10.
So we just are not going to be able to find her body.
This is fine.
That makes it not a critical. Minus 10 or just minus 10?
No, that's minus 10 to the damage.
Oh.
He's crit me.
She's down. There's nothing I can do.
There's nothing.
I take
That's,
5 of it.
So it's minus 15.
It's gonna be 52.
Okay.
52.
Okay.
47.
47.
No, 37.
37.
Wait, how much are you taking?
I take 5.
Yeah.
I always take 5.
37 combined piercing and spirit damage. Mostly piercing, a little bit of spirit, as this spiky chain lashes across your back. And as you go to well up this spell, that lash knocks Cammy down. The other 3 of you, make me a stress check.
Been a while.
Been a while.
I got a 6.
You guys have been going hot. Ooh,
I'm doing a stress check.
stress check. Just a
Why?
flat D20.
I'm going down.
I don't think
You're watching your friends die.
That makes me.
She was invisible. We didn't see any
She's
of
not
her.
No,
invisible.
that's
She-
not-
That's what we got
12.
for a while. 12?
Yeah.
You're all right.
I also got 12.
You're all right.
I'm not.
MD, understandably,
This guy's about to not be
getting hit
alright.
the worst.
Never mind,
Minus.
Marius.
Hey, is
You
that
see Cammy down, bleeding severely, dying too, going down to a crit. Marius.
I think Marius is only okay because just after having been exploded, he's not exactly like noticing that much. Does that ballista look loaded?
On their ship,
Yeah.
it looks like it could quickly be loaded.
Huh.
Expert in all bows.
Thinking.
He's got thoughts in his head.
I think I'm going to this like ghoul scared cat jump back toward the back of our ship. Just get
Boing.
away, get out of
That's fair.
blasting range.
Jump out of the whipping radius.
Yeah. And I don't really feel like changing focus, so I'm going to just continue to try to hit the captain with another pair of shots and then the hunter's aim.
And as you go to aim, jumping back as the chain rips across Cammy, the first mate turns to look back at you. We're not here for you! This ain't your fight, lad!
Oh, it's great not being the main character.
Oh no!
Consistently below 10. Below 8.
Jeez, dude.
It's Marcus's turn for the struggle dice. He's firing. They're flying.
You're doing great, kid.
Arrows are shooting by. Captain Vadrack is up here. And he whirls this mace over his head and pivots around the main mast as he does, spinning up alongside both of you to bring it down towards MD. Even with the strike he just took, he seems to be ignoring Reginald and coming instead for you. 29 to hit. Yeah. Hits? Yeah. I don't like it that hits, but okay. That's
29?
yeah.
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 I only have 28 HP.
This so he regular misses on a nat 1 then. Not critically misses.
Uh-huh.
Just so we're all on the same page.
rolled
Bosses
a
are
2.
fun. I rolled a 2. That's a 2. Anyway. Bonk. 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
A solid hit from the mace. And then as that comes down and catches you, kind of knocking you off back towards the railing a little bit, Vadrack's entire body pivots, and one of these shadowy wings whips around, striking you entirely from the side, almost off just blindsided. Goot. Goot. So, multiple attack penalty. It's going to be 3 higher than that previous one, so that will also regular hit. For 16 points of piercing damage, and the claws at the end of his wing rip you open about as effectively as his first mate's chain. You, too, are going to start bleeding pretty badly, MD. Great. Reginald.
I notice this happening as he, for whatever reason, goes around me.
And for whatever reason, you again hear Vadrack's voice in your head.
You're not part of the contract, Fox. You're free to go.
Oh, thanks. I don't go anywhere. I will, with the pipe in my mouth and holding it, I will make it a little harder for everybody to see except for me. So I will blow the smoke all around me as my one action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
So
go up.
you drop your crossbow? Because you got things in both your hands.
Drop the crossbow.
Drop the crossbow.
Drop the
Shoot
crossbow.
pipe. Big old cloud of smoke.
Big old cloud of smoke. Sorry, MD. And then I go after his hat.
Okay.
How can I go about
if
just
you want
going
to try
after
to
his
just
hat?
take it,
Yeah.
it's a thievery check. A thievery check to steal. It's one action.
But also he can't see. Do I get like a little bit of help on those?
It's I'll give you a little bit of a bonus because you're kind of concealed from him. He can't see you super well. Give me a thievery check.
Is this on here? Oh, it is.
It's a skill that you have.
Never read that.
It's way down near the bottom.
Hopefully
at
it's a
the,
big
at the
number.
bottom, I think.
Hopefully it's
I'm
a
gonna
really
load
big
the
number.
DC. It's against his perception DC to steal something. It's on the top of his head. I wouldn't say that's really a closely attended item. And I'll give you a little bit of a bonus from the concealment. I'll lower his DC a little bit. I'll give you like a -2 on what you gotta hit.
Big money.
19 plus 16. That is 35. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's numbers.
Please.
For Cammy.
35. You blow out this smoke. I guess we'll just toss the pipe aside and then just jump up as he's focused on MD. You jump up and snatch the tricorn.
And I
Off
jump
of
off the
Captain.
boat.
And Vadrack's head and you jump off the boat.
So what I do
You-
is I jump. I keep the pipe going. I want it because I think the smoke follows me.
You gotta drop something. You need a hand for the hat.
Oh yeah. Well then I'll put it back in my mouth.
Put it back in your mouth.
Yeah, yeah,
Just hold it
yeah.
in your mouth, grab that hat, and off you go.
Yeah. and then I jump off the boat. I don't know how many actions I have left. Is that it? 'Cause
That's
mo-
3.
That's
so
my
do
3.
your smoky thing,
Yeah.
which I think is actually 2 actions of blow the smoke. So is it 1? Oh, all right. Yeah, blow the smoke, grab the hat, jump off the side of the boat. That's 3.
Yeah.
MD, you see him grab the pipe, blow a big cloud of smoke. Everything gets hazy for a second, And then it clears away, and you see a very much hatless Vadrack, and hear a splash in the water off the side.
I got the hat.
Bye! You see Vadrack and his first mate, both very much focused on you, and Cammy bleeding out on the deck of the ship. You know it's a dream, but you also know it's not just a dream.
I'm gonna jump down to Cammy.
Vadrack does not have AOL.
I'm gonna pick her up, and I'm gonna run to the other side of the boat and just jump in the water.
Whoop! Jumps off with Reginald, hauling Cammy's body as he goes. The two of you go overboard. You roll me a flat to see if your bleeding stops. You take 7 points of bleeding damage.
I'm at 7 HP. I rolled a 4. I'm gonna use my orcish ferocity, so I take the 7, go down to 0. I'm at 12. I rolled a 4 on the flat check.
Still bleeding,
Um,
gritting through the pain.
yeah.
He's in the water.
Sink down as much as I can. I just can't start drowning. Let's sink down. Put my hand over her mouth and sink down as much as I can.
Oh, okay.
You drowning each other
No.
to wake up or something?
Oh.
The first mate, Marius, will be the only one really to see, immediately runs after them over towards the edge of the ship. And he runs up, throws a hand on the railing, and looks down into the water and turns up to Vadrack. They've gone overboard! Our crew's frozen! And mantles over the edge and jumps into the water too. Kim, how's your mental state right now? Vis-a-vis madnesses.
I only have one. But it only takes.
Oh, it takes 3. You are dying 2. Before I hand you Yield and Death die, it's been a minute since we've had this particular Fall of Plague Stony experience. You are dying and bleeding. Which means at the end of your turn, you are going to take an irrelevant amount of bleed damage and go up another rank of dying. So you have to pass this. Because if you fail dying 3 and bleed out to dying 4. Since you are already dying 2, the DC is 12.
I can use a hero point.
You can use a hero
So I
point.
get 2 traps. Okay. I just need 12 or higher.
12 or higher.
It's a 13. I couldn't even
too-
look
don't-
at. I was
don't
about to
get too
ask you to
excited.
read that to me.
Yeah, I hadn't heard
You
that.
go up to dying 1 and immediately bleed back down to dying 2. We're just treading water.
Oh my gosh.
Marius.
Where's the captain's attention right now?
He turned also to watch the group of them go over the side. He's definitely interested, it seems, in MD. And you can assume probably also Canyon.
I'm going to get a little crazy. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna run toward the side of our boat and try to leap to their boat.
All right. You got ghoul jump, but that's a lot of upward there. It's an athletics check to jump.
These boys love jumping.
They love jumping.
Jumpy boy.
He's froggering.
Alright, come on, we've been trying.
So that run up to the edge is part of your... and roll me a d20 to see if you're still bleeding, by the way.
Oh, I
'Cause
could
that
break
might
out of
stop.
that.
That might stop.
I'll do it in 2 strides.
16.
No longer bleeding, actually.
Okay.
Just dying too.
All
right.
I'll do it as 2 strides just to make sure I get like the full leap.
Yeah, you have enough. Part of a jump is the 10-foot run up. That's why it's 2 actions.
Oh, okay.
So it's 2 actions to like run up and jump.
All right. We haven't really felt like hitting people today, but we can hit a boat. We can just like jump on that.
You
That's
did
fine.
hit a boat.
And I'll hit it again, except I'll hit the top of it because I'm gonna land there. 19. Okay.
Great at jumping. What's the
Yeah.
total?
These boys love
athletics
jumping.
Or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics, 34.
34.
You love jumping.
Jumping from the railing, you've only got a bit of upward. You'll be able to jump and just like MD had done earlier, cling onto the railing at the edge of the boat. It would be your 3rd action to pull yourself up onto the deck if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah.
And you are now on board the Bloodwind.
And if there's an edge, can I kind of like roll over? I kind of want to just like hide myself a little bit as I land on the
You are
boat.
amongst a lot of frozen bodies still standing here.
It's his boat now.
It's my
It's
boat.
his boat now legally. He's the only person on it. It is legally his boat.
That's
Captain
Marius.
Captain Marius.
He's captain. He has the hat.
He's
Captain
Oh, I got your
Vadrack
hat. Oh, I got your hat.
is going to spread his wings and with one mighty flap shoot off the deck and fly over into the water above MD, Reginald, and Cammy. And in a single swift motion, he flies down, sees the group of you here, and he is going to swing his mace down at MD. Definitely. 45.
Crit.
How much do you guys have left?
I have 12. I'm down.
That is absolutely. He's going to bash MD over the head and take him out too.
It's like, oh, so.
Reginald, Marius,
Reginald.
some stress checks.
What? Oh.
Technically couldn't see it, but I can
You can hear it.
You're a
big
splash.
You hear a crunch.
14?
A very fleshy crunch.
You can do it 14 as well.
All right. You're both very focused on other things right now. With his last action, Reginald in the water, you see Vadrack with his free hand, another wing beat disturbing the surface, reaches down and scoops up both of them.
What?
They're gonna fall asleep. Like, if they're down, they're gonna wake up. Right?
No.
So Vadrack's got a big mace in one hand,
Isn't that how this works?
Cammy and MD
With
under
the
the other
madness.
arm. What do you do, Reginald?
When I died from the giant lizard thing, like, I then woke up after. I mean, I got
A little
madness.
Crazy.
Yeah, I got a little crazy.
Madness
but
bad.
It's pretty bad. You'll.
Yeah.
He's right above you on the water. He's like in reach, basically, turning back towards his ship.
Oh gosh.
He doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you.
He doesn't even. I just like picked on him and just stole his hat. He was like, oh, whatever.
Doesn't seem to care a whole lot about that. But you still have.
I do. I am going to. I was thinking about just falling asleep, but I don't want to do that. I guess because they're
It'd be
down.
real hard to do when you're treading water in a river.
It's actually very relaxing.
You just kind of float. close your
Otters
eyes.
do it all the
That's
time.
true, actually. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to. So, does he know where I'm at? Like,
You're
he's
very
basically-
clearly visible to him.
Yeah, but
I mean, you're concealed. So, like,
I'm gonna
does the
take
cloud
out that
follow
knock.
you?
Huh?
Does the cloud of your pipe follow you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I put it back in my mouth. You said I couldn't. have
Right,
it.
but it,
Once you've cast
you
it.
already used it. It follows you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed the flash anyway. I was like, maybe he missed. It's like a PC5. Maybe he missed.
I'm gonna take out my the insistent door knocker and go in through the boat again. So I believe that's one action plus movement.
If you want to pull it out, put it on the side of the boat, and climb in, that'd be like your whole turn to climb into the lower deck of the,
Yeah,
the
but
boat.
can I do it stealthy while they're not looking at me?
If they're not looking at you. It's pretty easy, yeah.
All right.
You pull it out, do the same entrance that you've done back before, opening the door back to where you've just been talking to Reese when first you woke up here, but that cabin is abandoned now. As you get inside,
Oh man, I feel like this might be a waste.
you hear a voice behind you of the first mate in the water. Immediately turns around. Excellent work, Captain! Well done! One of the crew! And then the thud of metal into wood as he starts to try to use his chain to latch onto the side of the Sullen Starling and clamber back up out of the water himself. What a raid! Oh, what a time to show up!
What a very sad
fellas.
time to show up.
Anyway, death check. Hey, welcome in, Raiders, to the UGT show. We're playing some strange Aeons Lovecraftian horror adventure compared to the Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and this fight's not going great!
If any
Cammy.
of you see that wheel button on the
Cammy,
somewhere on your screen, just press that and see what it does.
dying 2, DC 12, does still outright kill you on a critical failure. So
Right.
it goes right to 4. Part of the crew, part of the ship. Forever.
It's a 13.
Back up to dying 1. You're maybe not gonna bleed out in Vadrack's arms. Marius.
Marius is gonna run with all of my strength and speed over to that ballista. If I'm satiated, I've got 25.
Hey, so 25.
Well, I think that'll take probably 2 movements.
2 movements to go over to the ballista.
And 1 to load.
And 1 to load it up. You brush over and grab some of their bolts off of the deck and start loading up this huge ballista they have as you see Vadrack coming out of the water holding most of your friends. MD, a fellow dying 2 enthusiast who is, in fact, still bleeding.
Oh. It's 8 plus my dying value. Because I have Die Hard,
Die Hard and
the
Toughness.
Orc one.
Oh, Die Hard and Orc Die Hard.
Yeah.
Okay, 8, so it's only DC 10 for you. You got the -2 to the DC. That's good.
Roll a 19.
That's higher than 10. Oh, so up to dying 1,
And bleeding.
back down to dying 2.
A 12.
Still bleeding. Vadrack carrying the bodies of MD and Cammy, bloodied and unconscious, in a single action, flies over and lands on the deck right next to Marius. A single beat of his wings, and he's there. He lands on the deck with these 2 under his arm and the mace in his other hand, and turns and looks down at you. His mouth opens again, and you hear the voice in your head.
It's over, lad. Flee with your life, what little you've left of it. These 2 souls belong to Captain Vadrack now. And later, to their bounty.
And turns away from you. Starts walking back towards the home, ignoring you completely. Reginald, you're in the bowels of the Sullen Starling now, in the cabin below decks. What do you do? Sounded like there was a plan in there.
There was. Kind of. I'm really just thinking I just gotta fall asleep, but it's gonna really suck for you guys.
You don't trust them anyway.
I don't.
You have the hat.
I have the hat. Like that's what we came here to do. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I'm just, and I'm an adult and I can do whatever I want. I'm just thinking about literally just going to bed. Like I'm just in the
About
place.
6 seconds. What are you doing? You're literally at your bed. You are in the cabin where your bed is.
Well, hopefully things work. This is
The easiest that he was ever had trying to wake up is he just go to sleep in your bed.
They did it to me once.
A hero point. Congrats on the hat get, Fox man. Don't get the F out from Heroku-san.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, Rokusan. You guys are great. I am going to just casually just pop my head out. Marius, I got the hat. That sucks for them. We should probably just go to sleep. I think. And that's what and I'm going to go try and just go to bed.
You just lay down in your cabin.
I'm going to lay down in my cabin.
You literally have your bed. They did this to you? This has already happened once.
No, he was trying. It was kind of rude.
I died for him.
I don't remember.
The first mate's making his way slowly back up onto deck, strides across the ship back towards the Bloodwind. It's Cammy. Do one last one here.
Also,
Maybe.
there was no way for me to help them, right? Like with them, because like battle medicine takes up the healer's
Yeah,
kit.
you can't. Well, also you can't be battle medicine them both already,
Right. So I couldn't have.
It was
There's no
just
way for me
unless
to
you had a
stabilize
potion
them or
on you.
anything.
and you had to get him away from Vadrack.
Yeah, but even before. 'Cause I've already
DC
done
11. No. 13, 13, 13.
20.
Okay. Stable.
Okay.
Marius?
As soon. Wait, I come to though, right? No,
An
I
hour
just
or two, maybe.
stabilize.
Marius does not know what to
Unconscious sleeping.
Feels-
It's like
feeling extremely defeated and split between what to do with how little we know, or the confusing state of reality versus the dream world. It's especially since it seems like the captain wants their souls. He doesn't know like what he can do, but at the same time, it feels like fighting would probably be futile, and that fighting and dying would probably be worse than trying to just suffer the consequences and help more later.
What can you do?
I think Marius just kind of collapses on the ground and just kind of like face down, closes his eyes, and just kind of not even just like wishing, not even trying to fall asleep, but more just like wishing he's not here, but essentially trying to go to sleep.
You just lay down on the ground, curl up on the deck of the Bloodwind, defeated. And you go to sleep. Well, make me a will save. You're not in a bed. Your situation's a little difficult. This focus is hard.
We can miss shots, but at least we can just like
Do everything
fall asleep,
else.
right? That's a 5 for 23.
Try a second action.
Come on.
Your nightmare. Ow.
Pitching it.
He's trying his hardest.
7. Different dice.
He's swapping. Hold on. He's swapping dice.
Pulling
We're-
people from
we're
the bench.
reloading.
We're going somewhere else. Come on. 16 plus 18.
That'll
math.
get you.
Yeah.
4.
Thank you.
MD.
Thank
Dying
you. Did
to
good.
bleeding.
The cycle.
All that's left now is to see whether or not you stabilize.
The 17.
Dying 1. Does the bleeding stop?
8.
Dying 2.
This is gonna be it. 19.
Dying 1.
20.
okay.
Dying 1.
9. 9.
Dying to.
That's your DC.
That's my
'Cause
DC.
8 plus dying
Oh, because
value.
you're just lower.
Yeah.
Stable. Stable is not conscious. Stable is stable. The act of waking up in the dream is an interesting one. It's easily described as just trying to go to sleep again. Waking back up in your proper body back in the material world, but it's really more than that. It's a focused intent. It's a desire. It's a willpower. That's why you can really stress yourself further to increase your odds, to really bend to the last bit of your mental strength to force it. It's not the same as being simply knocked unconscious. It's not even the same as simply going to sleep, really. So, as Marius and Reginald awake back in their cabin on the Selin Starling, finally free of these dreams upon dreams upon dreams, truly back in the waking world, Cammy and MD are still there. Still on a river, much like the one these two will wake up on. But in company and on board a ship, very different. But hey, you got the hat.
What are you making it sound like that? I feel like I did the right thing, but I don't feel like I did the right thing.
You guys did it. This has been your goal for like 20 sessions. You have completed the list. You have all 7 gifts for the Mad Poet. Why the long face?
I don't know. It's the way you're talking. I don't like it.
Because he's a fox. Foxes love long faces.
We'll be back next week. Next Sunday, same time, same place, in our new Sunday time slot, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at twitch.tv/UGT show. And we'll see what happens. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thank you for all of your support today. Thanks for the raids, the subs, the wheels, the woes. And we'll see you next week. Stay safe. Stay sane.